Let's list off the top 10 players set to take the field for Super Bowl 56. At number 10, Cincinnati Bengals safety Jessie Bates. Bates is one of the primary reasons Cincinnati finds itself in the Super Bowl. He played a huge role in Von Bell's interception of Patrick Mahomes in overtime of the AFC Championship game. If Bates had not got his hands on that pass, there's no telling whether the Bengals would be here. At number 9, Los Angeles Rams wide receiver Odell Beckham Jr. Beckham Jr. caught 19 of 23 targets for 236 yards and a touchdown in 3 playoff games leading up to Sunday's Super Bowl. He's finding a nice rhythm with Matthew Stafford and seems to have matured since his time with the Giants and Browns. At number 8, Cincinnati Bengals edge Trey Hendrickson. Hendrickson came on strong in the playoffs, helping Cincinnati to Super Bowl 56 in the process. He recorded 2 quarterback hits and 1.5 sacks of Patrick Mahomes in the AFC Championship game. A similar performance against Matthew Stafford and company on Sunday could lead to Cincinnati shocking the world. At number 7, Cincinnati Bengals running back Joe Mixon. Mixon has been among the most productive running backs since entering the NFL as a second-round pick of the Bengals back in 2017. This past regular season was no different, with the Oklahoma product tallying a career-high 1,519 yards while scoring 16 touchdowns. At number 6, Los Angeles Rams quarterback Matthew Stafford. An argument can be made that Stafford had the best performance of his career in the quarterback's first regular season with the Rams. With that said, he also led the NFL with 17 interceptions. That included a whopping 7 picks over the final 3 games. That's a major issue for Stafford heading into Sunday's big game. At number 5, Cincinnati Bengals quarterback Joe Burrow. How good was Burrow in the 3 playoff games leading up to Super Bowl 56? He outplayed more accomplished quarterbacks in that of Derek Carr, Ryan Tannehill, and former NFL MVP Patrick Mahomes. In total, the former Heisman winner and number 1 pick threw for 842 yards with 4 touchdowns against 2 interceptions in those 3 games. At number 4, Cincinnati Bengals wide receiver Jamar Chase. Speaking of record-breaking performances, Chase had many of those during an absolutely brilliant rookie season. Catching passes from his former LSU teammate, the first-round pick put up 11 receptions for 266 yards and 3 touchdowns during a Week 17 win over the Kansas City Chiefs. At number 3, Los Angeles Rams cornerback Jaylen Ramsey. Ramsey gave up a mere 59.2% catch rate and 71.1 quarterback rating when targeted during the regular season. Opposing wide receivers averaged 6.4 yards per target against him. This is just the latest example of continued brilliance on part of the boisterous corner. At number 2, Los Angeles Rams wide receiver Cooper Kupp. Historic. That's the best way to describe what we saw from the underrated Kupp during an otherworldly regular season performance. The Eastern Washington product led the NFL in receptions, receiving yards, and receiving touchdowns. He also caught a resounding 76% of passes thrown in his direction from Matthew Stafford. And finally, at number 1, Los Angeles Rams defensive tackle Aaron Donald. A 3-time NFL Defensive Player of the Year, Donald did not start out this season too hot. In fact, the defensive tackle recorded just 3.5 sacks in his first 7 games. It's been vintage Aaron Donald ever since, with the 8-time Pro Bowler having registered 14 sacks over the past 13 games.